Visit astlessons.com for lyrics and chords, sheet music, tablatures, useful links, and much more.
Hi there! So this is Robert from AST Lessons. Today I'm going to show you how to play You and Me with Lifehouse. The key is G major and the average tempo is either 47 or 140 BPM, depending how you choose to count. And it's in 3/4 time signature, which simply means we count to 3 instead of 4. So in this tutorial I will show you all the parts, strumming patterns and additions for the rhythm guitar, and also the 2 different ways to play the first 4 chords. Okay, so the first 4 chords can be played in 2 ways. In this first, somewhat easier version, you don't have to mute strings, but it will still sound very close, and I've seen him play like this also. So first off is a G in this shape. After that, a C add 9. Then next is a G with an F sharp bass. Which is really a G sus2 to be exact. And last of these 4 is a G/B. And now to the second way, which he plays in most of the performances. As you will see, when playing like this, you always use the top finger to muffle the string below. You do this simply by touching it. So first, instead of G, we have a G5. And then, instead of C add 9, a special kind of C5 add 9. And after, instead of G with an F sharp bass, a G5 with an F sharp bass. And then another way of playing the G/B. And lastly, if you want to strum all the way on chords like this, there is 2 ways to do this. The first is to muffle the E string with the thumb. And the other way is to touch it with either the index finger or middle finger. And now on to the other 3 chords using these parts. First, an E minor 7 in this form. And then a D sus4. And if you want to, you can muffle either the first or two first strings with the thumb. And lastly, we have a C5 add 9. And now to the strumming, which is the easiest part of this song. On almost all the chords, he plays like this. And slowly. But sometimes he switches it up with constant strumming like this. So the intro, verses, interlude and outro is very alike, only the last chords on each part varies. If you struggle with the structure, you can find the song overview from part 2 on the e-paper. And when playing the slower demonstrations, I will use the LC Plus paper, which for this song tells you how many times you repeat the pattern on each chord. And no number simply means one round. In the intro, on verse 1, there's a hammer-on when playing C add 9. That sounds like this. And slowly. I have also marked this on the LC Plus paper. The first time is here. And then in verse 1, you do it on the first round of this chord. And then lastly, I've also underlined the C add 9 in the outro, where you strum once and let it ring. Now for the choruses, we only have one new chord, which is a A7 sus4. So the choruses is played with the same patterns as showed in part 4, other than a few minor changes in the lyrics and the last chord varying. The 4 choruses is exactly the same. And then, just like in the previous chord sequence, you have the same 2 options on the G and C add 9s. Alright, so first of all we have some new chords, starting with B minor. And then we have a C. And sometimes when playing live, he plays like this instead. And also we have a D. And then A minor. And last chord is C minor. But if you can't or don't want to play bar chords, you can simplify by playing the B minor, either like this, or this, and the C minor, either like this, or this. On the album version, the rhythm guitar kind of fades to the background, while other instruments take over. But when playing live, he just plays with the same patterns as before. And sometimes, instead of just playing a D, he goes from a D sus4 to a D, with one round of patterns on each. And also, just as before, you can choose between a G and a G5.